written by Steve Mitchell Western Armenia struck the only goal of the game at Arbour Park. Panjab 0-1 Western Armenia, CONIFA World Football Cup 2018, Group D. Panjab were defeated by Western Armenia in a bad-tempered affair yesterday afternoon in their second match of the CONIFA 2018 World Football Cup at Arbour Park. Having run out convincing 8-0 winners in their opening game against Kabylia, Panjab knew that a win today would almost certainly put them into the quarter-finals of the competition, and coach Ruben Hazel made only one change from the 11 that won so impressively last time out, Omar Riaz coming into the midfield for Rajpal Virk. On another warm afternoon in Berkshire in front of a raucous crowd, both teams knew the importance of this game, with the earlier match in the group finishing goalless between Kabylia and the United Koreans in Japan. There were also old scores to settle from their previous meeting in the quarter-final of the 2016 tournament, which saw Panjab run out 3-2 winners, but which also saw some unsavory scenes at the final whistle. Hostilities were quickly resumed in the opening minute, when a crude elbow from Western Armenia's David Hovspian on Jai Dylan was only punished by a yellow card. That left the blue touch paper, with match referee Christian Michel unable to stamp his authority on proceedings. Western Armenia's physicality had Panjab rattled, and when striker Vahan Militosian seized on a defensive error on 15 minutes, he put his side ahead with an expert finish. Western Armenia nearly went 2-up shortly after, when a dangerous in-swinging corner from Artur Yedagarian almost caught out Panjab goalkeeper Yusuf Butt. There was more agony for Panjab just a few minutes later, when Jaskaran Basi thought he had equalized, only to see his efforts superbly turned over by Gevorg Kasparov. Gurjit Singh and Jai Dylan were then booked by Michel, following an altercation with Yedagarian, and there was more controversy on the stroke of half-time, when Harant Yagan kicked out at Dylan and escaped any punishment. Any hope that things would calm down in the second half were quickly dispelled as the two sides resumed battle. Armenia's Vikan Valenza saw his shot cannon back of the woodwork, but unfortunately, the game was constantly broken up by fouls as the officials struggled to keep control. Panjab struggled all afternoon to come to terms with their opponent's hardline tactics, and as the game wore on, it looked increasingly unlikely that they would get themselves back into the contest. On 35 minutes, however, they nearly managed to do it when skipper Amravar Sandhu got round the back of the Western Armenia defence. Unfortunately, no Panjab player could connect with his cross and the ball was cleared. 4 minutes later, and Gurjit Singh saw his free kick well saved by Kasparov as Panjab looked to stage a late fight back, which unfortunately they failed to do. After the match, I grabbed a quick word with Jai Dylan, who was the victim of the game's most controversial incident. He remained diplomatic when he told me that, in the first minute, he just caught me off the ball. It's just something that happens in the game. When I asked his opinion on the officiating this afternoon, he stated that, "It's difficult for me to say. I don't want to be critical, but I'm sure they could have managed the game better." Panjab now face the United Koreans in Japan in Sunday's crucial final group game at Arbour Park, kickoff 1800. Dylan remained upbeat when he declared that, "We are all still confident as a team and this result changes nothing. We will go out to win tomorrow." With 9 yellow cards having been administered this afternoon, the repercussions from this game could run for some time.